All right, guys, we're over in the kitchen now. Johnny Moe, the musical chef from Mallard's restaurant this morning. And I tried to say what we were making at the top of the show, but I think you should say it again because it might sound very different.
We'll go over real quick. It's a braised pork on a sweet potato biscuit with a Guinness Stout barbecue sauce. So it's a lot of fun. And if you want to help, I know you guys are all about having fun, right? So the first thing you got to do is have your proper materials and tools, right?
You're the boss.
Here we go. So we're just going to season this up real quick.
Salud.
This is a great recipe that you can make in the morning, prep it up before you go to work, and then when you're on your way to work all day long, you just set it in the crock pot, you let it go all day long, and then when you come home, it's ready to go. You just put the final touches on it, and it's delicious.
All right. Obviously, pork is an ingredient. What else do you have here? And wait a second. I should know what kind of cut of pork is this?
This is a Boston
butt. If you were going to buy it.
Yeah, this is a Boston butt. It was about twice this size.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm from Massachusetts. All right.
Very
anyway.
Nice.
The Boston butt pork roasts. Keep it clean, people.
That's right.
See what happens? One sip of wine. All right, what else do you have here?
We've got some brown sugar, some red wine vinegar, a little crushed red pepper, a little garlic powder, and a Guinness. And we're going to use all that in the crock pot.
Okay.
Sear the Boston butt off, or the pork off, pop in the crock pot, put it on, go to work, come home, and you're good to go.
So all right. So what can I do?
Real quick.
Give me a job.
All right. Start dumping all this stuff in the crock pot. How about that?
I can do that.
All right.
And what are you going to do? Well, I have to do all the hard stuff.
I'm going to just sit here and watch you look good, you know?
Isn't he charming? And he can play music. Are we going to hear some of that later this morning?
I'm going to do a little music for you, I think.
Okay.
We're going to pop this. I've got a good amount of fat on here, so we're going to put that down and just kind of sear it on the outside. What that'll do is lock in all the juices. And then when you put it in the crock pot, you'll have a nice, moist, delicious piece of pork. It will cook all day long and be ready to rock and roll.
Now, folks are new to the whole crock pot thing. What would happen if you didn't brown it in the pan first and just put it in here? Would it still cook but just be ugly?
It would still cook. It just wouldn't be as nice texture on the outside, nice crispy coating on the outside. It's going to be real good. Can I take a sip? No, we'll
Look at you. You don't mix beer and wine. Are you crazy?
Oh, that's the beer before liquor. How's it go? Something like
Never
that,
sicker. Wine before beer, coast is clear.
All right.
And Nick was chiming in. All right, we are going to continue with this, get this browned and in the pot, and when we come back, we're going to talk about pickled onions and sweet potato biscuits.
You got it.
And maybe hear a song. All right, John Cash has joined us in the studio. Cooking. Carrie is in the kitchen. You see this frowny face, Tim?
I'm sorry.
That's all about. All right, we're here with Johnny Moe, the musical chef from Mallard's restaurant, and this morning we're making braised pork with Guinness Stout barbecue sauce, pickled onions, sweet potato biscuits. The Boston butt is in the pot. So we don't need to do anything with that.
No, you're just letting that roll. Letting it roll.
All right.
And we're going to move on to our pickled onions.
Okay.
Our pickled onions are really cool. They're tasty, and they can last in your fridge for about a month. But, you know, hopefully they won't last that long because you'll be chowing down on them every day.
Right.
So what I have you do is start putting all this stuff in the pot, and we'll crank her up on high.
And again, all of the ingredients are on thehamptonroadshow.com. Looks like you got a little sugar here.
Okay, I've got some sugar.
And what's this?
That is some red wine vinegar.
Red wine
vinegar. We've got some sliced garlic, which I'm doing right now. There's that great scene from Goodfellas where Paulie slices the garlic with the razor blade, you know? You get it real thin. Well, that's what you want to do, is get this real thin as you can.
Thank goodness that's the scene you were going to mention.
No.
Thank
We'll throw some extra garlic in there. You can never have
Why
enough,
not?
Right? And then with this onion, a lot of people have mandolins nowadays at home. You know, that's the
the things you push it.
Yeah. If you don't have one of those, just be real careful and slice real thin rings of the onions, all right? And what you want to do is bring that liquid to a boil. When you
Is it on? Probably need to turn it on.
TV magic, right?
Right.
I'm already cooked that bad. But I could look at you while I'm doing this, but it might not be a good idea.
Why?
Well, if I looked at you, well, I might cry, and then I might slice my finger off.
Oh, I'm almost setting us on fire. I turned on the wrong one.
It's all good.
All right, there we go.
Oh, perfect. All right, so real fast, we bring that to a boil.
I really do cook at home sometimes.
We brought that to a boil real quick, and then we just cover these onions up with that, kind of fluff them up a little bit.
So the onions don't go in here and get hot?
No, we're just going to bring it to a boil just to melt the sugar, basically. We're just trying to melt that sugar up, get it all the flavors mixed together, the capers. So you've got the saltiness of the capers, the tart of the vinegar, the sweetness of the sugar, the just garlicness of the garlic, and we're going to dump that all over there. You know, garlic.
The vinegarness of the vinegar.
Garlic,
I gotcha.
Yeah?
And so what are we going to do with these? Are they're going to go on top of the meat later, or am I getting too far ahead?
You're pretty close to it. They are going to go on top, but we're going to chill them down. We just want to get the water hot, and that'll help to start to pickle these. We'll put them in the fridge, let them chill for about, a couple hours. So let's just put in this beautiful fridge here.
Now
I hate to go back to camera, sorry.
Call yourself the musical chef. We've got about a minute left here.
A minute left? Well, let's talk
I'd like you to prove it.
Should we talk about John Cash or Cheryl?
Cash. What a hard decision for me.
John.
So, I always like to make up songs kind of on the fly. That's why I had to pick, I know you want me to talk about, but let's see. Well, if it's raining or if it's sunny, John Cash is always rather funny. He gets his words all right on time, and he's right on the dime with the weather indeed. He tells me what I need to know. What's the temperature going to be outside? Will it snow? I don't know. Sometimes it is he. Mixed precipitation, he says. That's funny. Ha, ha, ha. What's up, John? Uh-oh, I'm getting the evil eye from that guy right across the set. Oh, man, I better look out. He might be a threat. He could do something to me kind of crazy, like predict some rain or some sleet. I don't know, hey. So that's kind of the mixed up Johnny Cash song.
Very talented. I love that.
What's up, man? Nice to meet you.
Thank you. You get a granola bar for that.
Nice. Peanut, my
Been
favorite.
back in the Weather Center for a while. Very nice. You rhyme, too.
You are officially inspiring. See that?
Good times. I hear you with Bill Cato on the shore every day, so on 103.3.
Oh, yeah, very nice. You're from the shore.
Yes, sir.
Very nice. Pretty area.
I love it out there.
You are talented.
Well,
you
I
should
try.
try out for American Idol.
Well, I'm going to get some info from her afterwards.
Hey, name that tune.
So God bless the broken road that led me back to you.
Is it ringing a bell, Nick?
Yes. I remember how much I love that song.
Johnny Moe, the musical chef in the kitchen this morning. Not only can he play guitar, but we are just about done with our Guinness braised pork barbecue, pickled onions, and we haven't talked about the sweet potato biscuits that go with it yet.
These are locally baked from a bakery right in Nancock called the Corner Bakery, and it's a killer spot. Everybody goes there, 5-6 days a week to get your donuts and everything. But they're nice, flaky little sweet potato biscuits, and what I take is a little chipotle mayonnaise. So we take some chipotle peppers you can find in your Latin food section of your store, and we're just going to put it in a squirt bottle. We mix that with some mayonnaise. Put a little shot on the plate there just to make it look all restaurant fancy.
Right on.
All right?
Now, we should mention, after the pork has come out of the crock pot, you've kind of broken it up, and it fell right apart.
So tender, it just fork shreds up real quick. So we've got that here. We've got our biscuits on the plate. We'll just place a little bit of the pork on there, just kind of pile it on. And what we did with the liquid in the bottom of the crock pot was we put some ketchup in there, and then we turned it up on high and reduced it down. So it made our own barbecue sauce. So we're just going to drizzle a little bit of that barbecue sauce right on top.
So some of the Guinness and stuff is still in there.
That's right, the Guinness, the garlic, all the good stuff we used. Then we'll take some of our pickled onions with the capers. That's real tasty. And then we'll just top it up with a couple biscuits. And there you go.
Beautiful.
Delicious. It's a little bit of Eastern Shore. It's a little bit of just the Hampton Roads area in general. You've got the pork, the sweet potatoes, everything going on. So it's a delicious meal.
Now, not only are you a good cook and musically talented, but tender-hearted too. I know you've got a great event coming up for a good cause. Can you talk about that?
If you'd like this and this looks good, you should come check us out at the Taste of Hampton Roads. It's going to be March 2nd. Right here in the Hampton Roads area, and it's a really good event. It's all for the food bank of the Eastern Shore. I don't know why I'm holding those squirt bottles. Sorry.
I don't know. We get nervous sometimes and just feel the need to pick things up.
Oh, yeah. So, but yeah, the Taste of the Shore, that's the other one. That's on April 11th. That's the Eastern Shore version of the Taste of Hampton Roads. And that's going to be a great event, and I'll probably do this dish as well for that. So if it looks good on television, come on out and try it for yourself at the Taste of Hampton Roads on March 2nd.
Now, this isn't something you like if you're by yourself, maybe you just want to do the sandwich thing, but in a restaurant, people probably
you probably do a little fork and knife action.
Use their
but
manners.
not much knife. It's so tender, you just need a little fork, break it up, and go to Happy Town.
All right, well, let's fix up some plates for the rest of the stars of our show here, and we're going to get back over to the living room where it is time to announce a winner.